As I worked at an Air Force base, it was natural that I should become acquainted with the Japanese pilots and look up to them. Students would be required to wear headbands with kamikaze written on them every Monday to commemorate the miracle that saved Japan from Chinese ships centuries earlier. If students forgot a headband at home, they would be forced to run around the airfield until they dropped. At one point, I was given an opportunity to ride in a fighter plane from Heijo Airport to Japan, the Tachegawa Air Force Base. The pilot took care of his business in Tachegawa in a couple of hours and then flew back to Heijo, Pyongyang Airport. The ride made me airsick. Despite my airsickness from that one fighter plane ride, however, I wanted very much to become a kamikaze pilot after I had been at the Air Force Base for about a year. I was then age 15 or 16. I went to the Japanese recruiting compound and took a written exam as well as the physical exam. However, they put me in a chair and spun me around probably about 100 revolutions. I failed the test due to the fact that I could not stand upright after the spinning in the chair. Had I succeeded, I would have been a first lieutenant in the kamikaze squadron and probably been killed during the war. The Americans bombed in North Korea during the end of the war using B-17s. They had never bombed Korea during World War II except during the last week of the war, when the Russians started invading in North Korea. They flew so high, about 14,000 feet or higher, that they appeared to be just a puff of smoke overhead. The bombs they dropped created serious damage to the airport, but the Japanese anti-aircraft artillery did not come near the American planes, and we were left effectively defenseless. However, the war ended with the bombing of Hiroshima, August 6th, and Nagasaki, August 9th, 1945, when I was 16 years old. After the bombings, the Emperor made a concession speech to the Empire on August 15th. Emperor Hirohito could not see that further civilian loss of life was worthwhile, and conceded victory to the Allies. My Japanese foreman told me, "Until now, the Japanese have been your older brother. Now you will be our older brother, and we will be your younger brother. Perhaps in 20 years we will join our hands as equals."